So what I have here is a pile of firewood I chopped yesterday. Um, it's not enough for a whole winter, but it's a good beginning. Um, I'm not quite sure how much is in that pile, but usually what I do is I make round piles. I'm not sure if pile is the right word, but I do these round piles for drying the firewood over the course of the year, before taking it to the shed in the fall. And what I've noticed is if I do two and they are about the same size that I usually make, that'll be enough for winter. So what I need to do now is find a place for that, a place to put it. And if I pan over here, you can see I'm working on a project here, which is hewing the logs that are down here. I hew them here and then I pile them over there, and it's a pretty big project. It takes up a lot of space, so I don't want to be in the way of that with the firewood pile, because that's going to stand there for half a year until it's dry enough to be moved to the shed. So I'm going to have to look around and find a good spot for it. So, just got back to my pile of firewood here. Had to go in for a bite to eat and go out and hang up some laundry. It's springtime now, so the laundry can go outside. What I was doing was trying to find a spot for my round pile or round stack. I looked it up. I don't know what the right term is, but I don't want to move the firewood too far, but it's in the way right where it is, so I thought I'd put it here. And so what I did as well was find a little piece of wood here, carve a notch into it, and I'm going to try the time-lapse function on this camera. So hopefully a round pile will build here. So it's a couple hours since I stopped the time-lapse, and the original wood pile is gone, and now we have this instead. And I made the diameter a little larger than I usually do. It's about 2.5 meters. I usually make it about 2, so it's not as high as it would have been, but I think this is probably enough for a month or two of next winter. And since it's bigger, I started to narrow in the diameter just a little sooner than I usually would. Usually I would build the outer wall about 1 meter high and then round it off, but here it's just like, I don't know, 30 centimeters, and then I'm starting to round it. But it's gonna sit like this for a while because I don't have any more firewood at hand right now, so this is what it's gonna look like for some time. I'm gonna find just a little more I have laying around and put in the middle, and then I'm gonna cover it up with something. But since this is the first video on this channel, I don't even know what the channel is going to be called right now as I'm recording. I thought I'd just say a little bit about myself. I'm a man, 37 years old. I live in the middle island of Denmark. So excuse me if my English is a little slow and abrupt, but this is not my first language, so bear with me. And bear with me, this is my first try at making something for YouTube, so have that in mind as you see this. I'm also, well, I do some gardening. My garden is up here. I made a greenhouse some years back. And this is one of the first spring days, so soon enough we'll get started on the garden for this year. I'm trying to be self-sufficient with vegetables and stuff. I don't have a large piece of land, so that's all I can do. And I have a berry garden down here, and some apple trees, and some things, but else I see that coming videos will probably be of me hewing logs for a project I'm working on. It's a little cabin that I'm going to be building. I don't know just yet where it's going to be put, but I'll figure that out. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again.